How to set strong boundaries and stop people-pleasing once and for all, part 2. In the previous video, I've talked about what boundaries are, why they are important and how to set them. In this video, I will share with you why so many people find it difficult to set boundaries and even more difficult to stick to them. So let's dive deeper into the issue of boundaries. Why is it so challenging for many people to set them? What's getting in the way? First of all, we are creatures of habit. It's so easy to keep doing the things we've always been doing. In order to break a pattern, we have to become conscious and present in our body. Towards the end of this video, I will share with you a very powerful and little known technique that you can use in your everyday life. It just takes a few seconds and it works instantly. So breaking a pattern requires us to make a new choice, to make a conscious decision. But since it's not familiar to us, it may feel uncomfortable. So we have to learn to become comfortable with the uncomfortable. And it's not just that it's unfamiliar. Very often what holds us back is our fear. We are afraid that people won't accept us, they won't love us anymore, they will reject us. And usually it's because of the experiences we had in our early childhood, or the patterns we learned from our parents and caregivers. Perhaps we were rejected when we expressed our will too strongly, or we were not allowed to express certain emotions, like being afraid or angry or sad. Or maybe there was a pattern to avoid conflict. All these experiences get programmed into our subconscious mind, and they influence our life even when we are adults. As children, we are dependent on the people around us. So very naturally, we try to model our parents or repeat behaviors that were reinforced by them through a smile or a hug or maybe some other kind of reward. Or if the environment didn't feel safe, we learned very early on to walk on eggshells and very carefully tune into the emotional temperature of those around us. From the perspective of a child, it was the only way to survive. And now, as adults, we may stay in these codependent patterns. Before we check how we feel and what we may want in a certain situation, we check into what the others feel, what they may want or expect from us, what their opinion is, and we automatically do whatever it takes to stay safe in relation to them. We try to make them happy and protect them from any negative emotions, but it's at the cost of our own well-being. And maybe later we feel resentment or anger towards them for making us do something that we actually didn't want to do. We constantly cross our own boundaries to take care of others, to keep the peace or maintain the connection. If someone asks us what we want, we sometimes don't even know. So in order to change these codependent tendencies, we must learn to catch ourselves. Whenever we put the others first, when we make their desires more important than our own. Again, it's becoming more aware of ourselves. And detaching from the needs of others doesn't mean holding back our love. But consider this: if you think that your loved ones cannot deal with the negative emotions that come up when you don't fulfill their expectations, or that they can't take care of themselves in any given situation, that you have to do something to protect them, what do you really think? They are too weak? They are not capable? Is this the message you want to convey? When you empower others, you empower yourself. And isn't this what you really want? by the way, one of the signs of codependency is feeling guilty. When we believe that it's our duty to make somebody else happy, we tend to feel guilty or ashamed that we even have our own desires and needs. We feel selfish or bad when we take care of ourselves. There's nothing wrong with these feelings. They are part of the human existence. It doesn't mean that you have done something wrong. You just broke the rules. You did something unfamiliar. It's a breakthrough. You made room for yourself to show up more, to be more authentic. So celebrate and give yourself the appreciation and the love that you were looking for from others. I just mentioned guilt and shame. In order to avoid feeling them, we often don't stick to the boundaries that we have set. And there's something else you may want to consider in order to stop people pleasing. What are other emotions you try to avoid? What were behaviors, feelings, emotions that were treated as wrong in your family? What still feels so bad that you try to suppress it in order to be accepted and loved? As little children, we express the full spectrum of emotions. But when we grow older, in order to protect ourselves, we often start to hide some of them. But they are still there. They are part of us, and they are there for a good reason. In my family, for example, it was considered as something bad to express anger, or to feel weak, or to be lazy. So I learned to always be okay and be strong, at least on the outside. To uncover the qualities that you have disowned, become aware of the behaviors or the emotions in others that trigger you. If you can't accept it in yourself, you won't accept it in others. So for me, as I learned that conflict or anger is something bad, I became a people pleaser. I tried to protect myself and also others from these negative emotions. Or as laziness and weakness were considered as something bad, I tended to overcompensate and take on whatever people asked me to do. Yes, sure, of course I can help you. Instead of, like what I planned, taking a nap or doing something else to nurture me. And also watch out for the excuses you make why you can't set a boundary. It's very good if you take some quiet time to contemplate and journal. When you write the things down, they become so much clearer to you. And in any given situation, start asking yourself, do I really want to do this? If the answer is no, take a deep breath and dare to say no. You can do it in a very loving and kind way. And remember, your time and your energy are the most precious resources you have. You need them in order to manifest your visions and your dreams, to create the life that you want. So now, as I promised in the beginning, here's a very simple and effective technique you can use in your daily life to be more present. You're probably aware that there is an energy center below our feet and also above our head. So for this energetic posture, you can do it with eyes closed or open, whatever feels better to you. Just start with a deep breath. Connect to the energy center below your feet. Grounded. Connect to the energy center above your head, open and connected. And then feel the connection between these two centers and go into your heart, feeling loving. You can do it very quickly. Grounded, open, connected, loving. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Remember to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss another video. Let me know in the comments below what are your greatest challenges when it comes to boundaries. Thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye bye.